Let's go.
See if I can ever make it back to my chair before it starts. I made it! I made it back to my chair before it started. Didn't hit my leg. Let's get it. Wednesday, what's poppin', y'all? You already know.
Wednesday.
Wednesday, you already know. To everyone that tuned in last time, so appreciative. To everyone that tuned in last time, we had over my homeboy, you know, Jay. He came, told us a lot of good information regarding if you're trying to get a house, you already have a house, or you're just trying to get a form of credit or a credit score that you're trying to obtain. So, to everyone that peeped the last show, good looking out. If you haven't, it's there on the page. Go take it in on the IGTV. What's popping this week? What's popping?
You tell me. You're bringing the news, man.
Well, bringing the news, like, what do you want to get into first? You know me. I just like to get into stuff kind of like music related. But before we touch on anything, first, we lost a young rapper.
Yeah.
Recently, I didn't even know much about him. He seemed like a very talented young guy. Toronto has a lot of good acts, but someone sent me a snippet of one of his songs and whatnot. I'm gonna play it. Hold on. This one right here. This is him right here. Go by the name Murdock. And he seems like he would have had a very promising career too, cause he's young. He seems like he has the flow.
The thing is, he's still a kid. Like he looks like an early teen, right? I mean, it's all about the mentality, right? We know these things. The mentality. We know if you. Okay, so this is the thing. This is what happens. This is what devalues us as a community when a young youth gets killed from gun violence, and then all the news has to show about the kid is his rap videos. And what's his rap videos talking about? Murder, killing, robberies, these things. And like,
what
can we do? What can we say? You know what I mean?
Would I be wrong if I said, isn't music just entertainment?
Is it music?
So when I say that, it's like, when I'm making a rap video, could you just respect that as just a rap video? So when you do see me out with my kids or my mother or my girl, at that moment you see me, I'm not that rapper. It's kind of like when you see Keanu Reeves and you say Neo, but he's not Neo.
Okay, but hold on.
So like, no, hold on. I think it's kind of the same thing. Why can't we separate the person from the artist in that sense, where you say, you know what, he's just a rapper?
All right.
I think that's one problem we have in our city.
I'm gonna tell you why. Okay. First of all, it has to go back to the roots of where this music comes from. You know? And I'm talking about.
What do you mean?
What hip hop was created for.
But when you say hip hop created for, like creative for what?
It was created for us because we weren't getting any. They taken blues, taken jazz. You know what I'm saying? In terms of professionally and making money off of it, right? And hip hop was a really bad time. Before hip hop came, it was a very bad time for black people in North America.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that was it was like a blood memory. All the stuff that we do in hip hop was done back in Africa. You understand what I'm saying? But it's a blood memory type of thing that brought the capoeira to the break dancing, and then the dance hall turntables to the DJing. And,
so
you understand?
I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like, if you are we don't do it with actors. Why do we do it with rappers? Why do we do it with our rappers?
Music is different than movies.
We see Denzel Washington, and we call him Denzel. We never call him by any role name he has ever played. Why?
Okay.
But why when I see
Some
Future,
people do
why
that.
when I see Future's Future?
Don't back the tape.
Sorry.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Difficulties.
Technical difficulties, guys.
Jeez.
I'm passionate. I'm sorry. But that's very interesting. We call rappers by their rap names, but we call actors, no matter how much different roles they play, by their acting profession.
Hey, listen, there's people that call actors by the names that they know them from in the movie. Like, if you know the show, you know who Frank is. When you see Frank, you call him Frank. I don't know his real name. Frank.
I hear you, but then it's like, look at everyone. I personally, I'll admit it, I know everyone's gonna yell. I never watched Power before. I don't know. I'm not really a TV guy. Sorry. I know. I'm just. But I heard there was a character named, I think, Angela, and she was heavily hated to the point where people hated her in real life.
Okay.
And that lets me think, how could you hate someone in real life for a character they're portraying?
Okay, but this is the difference. This is the difference between those actors and the characters and the rappers and the music that they're making.
All right,
the
go.
difference is even though Denzel played that cop in Training Day,
Yeah.
okay, he has not been caught with a gun, drugs, and you understand what I'm trying to say? He has not let that character leak into his regular life.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And what happens now is you see and hear the kid rapping about guns, drugs, the lifestyle of a thug, and then he gets shot. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like that is an indicator that he had let that into his life. You understand what I'm saying? Had he had a different subject matter, it could be like, why would you touch him?
But that's what I'm saying. So why is it that we respect the lowest fruit? It's
What do you guys think about this discussion right here? We're talking about when a rapper can music artists let the characters that they're playing, and then music artists are supposed to be real, right? Are they not supposed to be real, especially in hip hop? You're supposed to be saying what's real.
But
hold on, let's go to we got a comment here.
Okay, comment. Hit the comment.
Sasky, with acting, someone auditions and are chosen to pretend. Most rappers write their own lyrics, and when one writes, they write from their heart and what they know. There's a huge difference.
So now I think that's a huge difference. Though, what do we do when people are not even living what they write, or someo's writting the music for them?
Okay, so now,
and I think that's the time we're heavily in. That's the time we're in.
The discussion is not really. The discussion is.
Let me hit. Look,
Does a musical artist have to be real anymore? That's what it is.
Okay, stop it. Cardi B don't write her own stuff. Cardi B is one of the most successful, biggest acts. Now she's about to get a movie acting gig. She don't write. Though, do you have to write? Is writing relevant? Because I just told someone, Neo's writing amazing songs for other people. But the person singing it, that's not how they feel. A lot of Beyonce songs, that's not how Beyonce feels. Yeah. And that's just what we have to accept as a people. But we like it coming from Beyonce more than we would like it coming from Neo. Makes a little sense?
Makes a little sense.
I think rappers should be allowed to just straight up, the same way they put disclaimers in all their videos that say this gun's not real, the drugs ain't real. This right here, it's all.
But then when you're on road and there's a shooting and your peoples are involved and now you're involved.
What does every person do when there's a shooting? No matter if you're 20 feet. Thank you.
Run. What does that?
I'm confused. Like, what does that matter if I'm a rapper? Shots beat, I run. You have to stop this. What? This notion because I'm a rapper, I'm gonna do what? Come on, man.
So I get what you're saying. And truthfully, I'm playing devil's advocate. But
I know you're playing devil's advocate.
But the idea is perception, and perception of a group, and perception of a community. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we're actually talking about, because it's about these young kids' perception of who they need to be or who they have to be to get where they want to go, right? So what does he, let's say what the goal is, I want to be a big rapper, okay? How can I become a great rapper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see what great rappers are out there doing.
Of course.
All right, so now the great rappers are out there rapping about stuff they ain't did. They're
capping,
trolling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You troll for attention. You cap. Like I told people, we live in a time where it's the time of perception. The time we're in is perception. No one sees no one's air mattress. No one sees no one eating cheese sandwiches. But you go to Walmart, the air mattress is sold out. But no one's posting there on an air mattress. But Walmart's saying they sold out like hotcakes.
It's true.
So you have to you see what the internet, and the internet is how you sell your music. Do not let anyone lie to you in this time. Music does not sell if you are not
on the internet. It's true.
It's just the time.
Social media game up.
It's just the time we're in. So I feel, yes, you could be a rapper, and there's nothing wrong with a rapper that, look, he's going to work. Yeah. Yo, he raps about guns and drugs. He's going to work, so. Just accept it. It's 2019 and just gotta accept it. People could say it's not real, but the time we're in.
The comments. But why does the lyrics have to be so violent? Nothing is real. Elaine, big up yourself. Miss Ghetto Stories. Nothing is real in today's world. Sassy said, and no one should be murdered and blamed for it. Cops kill because they want to, but we should really try to be more positive. And on that note,
that is true.
Can we move on to our next? What was the next thing?
Yeah. No, I hear you, because you did want to touch on. That was amazing work. That let me get the brother's name, because I was gonna say let me get his name.
Mayo? Mayo?
Not say Mayo, because that's not his name. And I want to sound a little bit professional, that's all.
Wanda?
No, I just want to sound a tad bit educated,
You know Mayo? You know Mayo? You guys know Mayo?
What's his name? Read his name.
Mayo.
What's his name?
Mustafa?
Yeah, Mustafa the poet. Yes, if you do not know what work this brother has been doing. If you do not know about the work this brother here has been doing, this brother here has been doing some amazing work. This work this brother has been doing is some astronomical work. When I say what he's been doing and what he's been trying to do,
he's been doing his thing for a minute.
Platform, yes, using his platform for the right reason. So
yeah, he's been doing good.
He did something recently where he got all the rappers in the city, the relevant people in the city, to sit down and talk about how they want to be remembered and whatnot. So those things of those nature. So those are the type of things when we say, like, when you think about it, that type of work is key in the city. That's type of work in the city that needs to truly get done. That's what I talk about when I say when you want change. That's the change.
Let me read one of his joints. Like, you know what I mean? Just to give him a little touch of what he. I just picked a random post off his Instagram. All right, so listen up. Maybe there's a love for us that doesn't taste like rubble and forgiveness. Maybe there's a love that blinds us from the memories that pull us from a distance. Maybe the heavens will see us trying to mix our tears with submission. Don't give up on your voice. Love, I promise, I'll listen. And as long as my hand works, your story will be written. Jeez. Mustafa the poet. Yo, shout out Mustafa the poet. You know what I'm saying?
He's one of those deep, they don't even clap. They do this. Right?
Yeah, man.
This nigga, he deep.
Big up the team.
No, he really But yeah, what he did, he got a few rappers and whatnot.
You know what? Mustafa the poet, he performed at Micro Skills back in. Shout out all my Micro Skills family, all my young youth that came up through Micro Skills over the years. Shout you out and all your accomplishments. And Mustafa the poet was one of them, you know. We gave him an award. He came through, performed for our summer camp. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, man. Shout out, man. You're doing your thing, brother.
Yeah,
keep
you
it
did
moving.
a lot of crazy,
Right?
good work that just really impacts the city.
And just remember,
Always remember. I always say I want Toronto to be the new Atlanta, not the New York.
New York.
Like Toronto,
No.
let's be Atlanta, not New York.
Let's work together.
Let's really like when I say Toronto, like let's work together and grow our city.
Yep. That's. I mean, collaboration works like this. This is y'all separate, and this is us together. What you want? You don't want none of this.
Right?
You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's all. That's all. It's love. What's the next topic, bruh?
And I wanted to know, what did you think of what is happening overall in the city? As in the sense of like, summertime's approaching, spring's approaching.
Yeah, big things are coming.
What feel like, or what's the vibe you're truly seeing? Like, I was gonna tell somebody I already know the summertime trend. I don't want to share it with y'all, but I'm not mean. I'm gonna tell everybody what the summertime trend is, so they can be ahead of it. You know the summertime trend this year is gonna be headbands, right?
Oh, I already seen the NBA. The NBA got their new headbands. You know.
No, I'm talking about what Soulja Boy. You're gonna see
Soulja Boy, but also now those are gonna be, everybody's gonna have their style of headband. Is what's gonna happen, right? Because headbands are in style.
Are we still protesting Gucci?
For sure. Me personally, I'm protesting all multinational corporations. I'm trying my best, but you know what I'm saying? Especially non-black. I'm buying black. You know what I'm saying? I'm building my community. I'm trying my best. All my black fashion designers, big yourself up out there, non-apparel.
So why do you think most brands, homegrown organic brands, can't grow? As in the sense, because of the Gucci, the Louis, the Prada, is there no space in the small market, or what? We just just see regular clothes and call it crap.
No.
Are we conditioned to see?
What's the small market? The small market should be getting your clothes in Walmart. You know, getting your clothes in some type of distributed place. You know what I'm saying? So. That's a small market. The big market would be now having your own distribution place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the way we got to think as people that are trying to step up.
I just don't see
out the hood.
I just don't see fashion brands as, we care so much about fashion. We care so much about the drip. We care how much. Everybody wants to be a fashion icon. Everyone wants to be, you know, like, let me stand up, you know, give you that little fashion drip, you know?
That drip.
But what I'm saying is, we care so much about clothes, but yet, it's like, we don't have anyone that makes clothes. Yeah. Like, if someone was to sit down and stump me with a question, like, who is the biggest black female fashion designer?
Yeah.
I would have no clue.
It's true.
I would have like no clue.
And they would probably rate that biggest one because she's working with the Gucci, the Prada. You know what I mean? If she was independent.
It's like,
right?
So yeah.
What do you guys think about that? I mean, when you're talking about, it's basically Kanye's argument when he was talking about the fashion world didn't want to let him in, you know?
With the fashion world. And now, I think it goes back to what I said on my Instagram earlier, is all Kanye did was, he made something, it's just like how everyone in the world either has two phones. Android
or iPhone.
You go to ask someone for a charger, they pop off two chargers.
It's one or the other.
So, you have to say, how could other cell phone companies have ever made it?
Oh, they got C-type though.
How could any, so you have to say, how could another clothing company make it when people's wearing either, wow, go on. Look who just rolled in so late.
Hey.
Right?
It's okay, man. Some black people different from black. They got different islands. You got the continent, you know what I'm saying? You got black people that's diasporic, you know, so time is different. But it seems that you're never too late.
Never too late, right? To see people just come in and popping in and who wants to drop by and whatnot, right?
Welcome. Watch your step.
Who wants to just drop by and just pop in, right?
Hi, everybody.
want to just pop in and drop in, right?
Oh, I forgot my phone. I'm not used to it, but whatever.
Gang.
You can come over a little bit too.
Gang. You got us? You got us? You got all of us?
Yeah, guests.
Hi,
Hi,
everybody.
introduce yourself. Tell us.
Well, my name is Hawisha Buchanan. You can find me at the Dirty Six.
Gang. Gang.
2
Gang.
hours.
Oh, man. How's everything with you?
Everything's good, you know, I'm alive. I'm thankful to be alive, so that's the most important part.
Right.
My sister's off to the World Cup, France.
Ah.
Make sure you guys are there.
Yo, what do you guys know already, eh? You see the name Buchanan on the back?
Elaborate on that.
This is a crazy
Well, my
soccer
sister
player, man. Crazy
Being in
soccer player.
France.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well,
What is she watching? Is she helping? What's she doing?
my sister's a soccer player.
Please.
She plays for Olympique Lyon. She's the defender, the starting defender for Canada as well.
Bam Bam Team Canada.
So she's obviously Team Canada, you know.
Yeah.
Big up
Canada.
yourself. So she's the starting defender for Team Canada.
Yes.
And
yes. So and
yeah.
we'll all be watching and cheering for her.
yeah,
you know what
so
I'm
please
saying?
everybody go support Canada's women's soccer team.
That's right.
When I was growing
Always,
up, I didn't even know there was a women's soccer team. So
man.
it's pretty good that this generation gets to know that they get to pursue
Right?
their goals and go further in life.
I'm telling you,
The
strong girl.
the opportunity.
strong
Because
girl.
you know everybody in the Finch plays soccer or basketball, but
everyone
like
plays
nobody knew
soccer.
that there was an actual soccer team. So there you go.
Right?
There's an actual soccer team, guys.
That's amazing, man.
Now we want to hear about you.
Oh, me. I just came back from an interview, so I'm downtown Aritzia. So hopefully I get the job.
Nice.
Were you nervous?
I'm very nervous. It's my first time being on the live.
No, I'm saying for the
The
interview.
greet. Oh yeah, I'm very nervous. I'm ready for any questions. I'm a single mother.
Big up yourself.
Yes,
Please.
and
Shout out to all the strong single mothers.
yes, shout out to all
Big
the
up
single
yourself.
moms. You know,
Always.
don't worry.
You are appreciated. You
Yes.
are appreciated.
Big up my mom,
Big up mama.
Mel Sadie Tate.
Big
You
up.
can find her on Instagram, Mel Tate.
Big up.
Yeah, so
Oh.
we're a single mom. I'm a single mom, and right now I'm facing the housing crisis, which got my attention to the show.
Okay.
I'm actually now, I'm not afraid to say it, I'm currently in the women's shelter, and we are currently just fighting away in this lovely city, Toronto, Canada.
Do you find that you go from the shelter to finding your own place a lot faster than if you were not to be in the shelter?
Actually, it's just your worth ethic, honestly. So just how much you want to like move and how much you want to become better. I feel like some people find like it discouraging being in a shelter, so they turn to family and but like you get comfortable.
Yep.
You know, you get very comfortable and people don't understand like sometimes family isn't the best to be under.
Yeah.
Of course.
You want to
Yep.
be in a place where an environment's clean and productive for your child. And some places you can't really tell a household how to run when you're trying to raise your child, you know? So if you have a certain standard of raising your child and your family isn't complying, then you have to withdraw yourself and try to
course.
find a source or a way, because as a single parent, there's only you. You know, there's nobody else to tell you how to raise your child, you know? And I want to raise my child in the best way possible from I was being raised. So, like, seeing certain things can affect the child 100%. So you want to make sure your child's in a clean environment and is in a healthy,
Okay,
warm atmosphere.
Can you tell our viewers and us about the process to getting
Into a shelter?
Yeah.
Well, basically, all you do is need to just call. You have to be like homeless. Like, I wasn't necessarily homeless. This is a decision I made for myself because before I had my child, I was living from room to room
Okay.
because it was just me, and me working a job, retail, is not really enough for you to say, yeah, I'm going to get an apartment or I'm going to get a condo and try to live a lifestyle that I can't keep up to. So I was always living from like sharing accommodations, and once I had my daughter, I was living in a basement, and the basement was cold. And like people don't want to turn up their heat.
Heat is
you
a
know?
basic necessity.
Yeah,
that's
so
not
people,
a luxury. Heat's never a luxury.
People, they don't want to turn up their heat. So I decided to take me and my child into a place where we could get heat. We're so hot to the point, like, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
That's all that matters to me at this in the winter time, because heat is very important. And if people don't want to turn up their heat, what can I do?
So when people hear shelters, it's like they're, you know, like they're thinking about, you know, crackheads and homeless people and the low, you know what I mean? And how are they gonna bring, like, can you tell them maybe?
Well, there's an
about the type
assessment. There's an assessment department where you call. You could call. I believe it's 211, and they obviously assess you, so they will know what type of person you are. Obviously, they're not gonna put you with like junkies and crackheads. They obviously, like, this country is very profiling. So they know exactly when they mention your name, the government will definitely look you up if you have any resources, whether it's from school or post-secondary. They obviously have a sort of insight of who you are. So they're not gonna put you in a place where
they're gonna see
you
don't have mental health problems. You don't have substance abuse
they
problems.
can tell if you have a substance abuse or mental health.
You know what it's like. It's
you're not just coming out of jail.
That's the same way it goes when you get arrested. You go to jail.
They assess
you to see where should we put you.
What range you're going on.
Like, are you allergic to anything?
I've been there before,
are you
so
Muslim?
I know.
Like,
are you Muslim? What's your religion?
All these.
What do you eat?
Because they like to put people with similar people.
Yeah, they like to place you just like a classroom. If you're not like up to par, they're not gonna put you in a classroom where there's high standards for you because there's so much smart kids in that class. They're gonna put you in a classroom where there's a lot of people don't even know their society that they're living in. So me, for a fact, I know my society. So when I chose to put myself in a shelter, I know what to expect because I was a child who moved out at a young age. So I know the system. If you know the system, you should be fine. You know, you're not gonna fall back into the system. You're gonna try to use the system to your advantage. And you're gonna try to be outspoken to the system to show that you wanna move forward in life. And it's not just a certain type of person that you need to help. They're helping crackheads and druggies more than they're helping single mothers, which doesn't make sense. Because if you give a crackhead money, they're just gonna spend it on more crack, right? They're gonna spend it on more drugs. It doesn't have to be crack, but you know, they're gonna spend it on more drugs. If you give it it's like so weird, like, you know, if you give somebody with addiction more money, they're gonna spend it on that. Like, you know this person has an alcohol addiction, but yeah, you're gonna give them more money than a single mother.
I think they get the most sympathy.
Yeah, it's sympathy, but then
they get more sympathy. And this is what I think, because I turn on my TV and I see on the news, we're doing something for
the mental health. They gave them a whole unit to take their drugs.
Well,
a whole unit. Why couldn't you give a whole unit to single mothers to have a kitchen and a nice bedroom, like separate units where they can raise their child, where they can go to work, and where they can become better independent mothers.
And those are different problems, you would say.
And those are different problems the city has.
And there's layers, like an onion. I'll say
that's
layers.
what it is, and that's what this show's about. We're trying to make sure that we all stay as a community. If you guys know a situation where there's a place for single mothers that we can drop in with their kids, cook dinner, and chill a little, some books to read. Maybe somebody's reading a story.
Because I think they did build up a place at like Jane and Shepherd, but that place is full to the max.
Okay. And it's like, a lot of it's young girls like me. Yeah. I'm past that young. Supportive. I had a child at 26, so normally they cut it off at 25. You know, so I just missed that bracket of actually getting that priority help. Okay. Now I'm in the bracket where you're a grown-ass woman. You're on your own. You're on your own, kind of thing.
Life does hit like that. I tell someone in life, you could be going through life, and you know, when you're 24, 25, there's so much programs.
There's so many programs. There's so much.
You're getting by. You reach a certain age, they have absolutely nothing for you.
They don't.
They just look at you and say, you should be fine. You're a grown adult.
You should be fine. And in a lot of cases, a lot of people are not, because our community, we don't even want to get a job until our parents put us out. until we're 18, and then they get no more baby bonus, and they're just like, why? I'm sorry for you, you know, I don't know what you are gonna do, but, I love you, but, I don't know how this are gonna work, kind of thing, you know, for you, and that's real, and that's just like a lot of young men too, when they reach 18, it's just like, yo, mom, and then their mom's like, oh, no, go get that job. It's not like she was telling you this when you're 16.
I was telling someone the other day, how could he just pick up and have that behavior overnight? I come in the house, mom is used to, you still clean my room, you still make me my food.
You still do my laundry.
You still do my laundry. Now I'm 18, you want me to do these things for myself? That's mind-blowing. That's like, what the hell? Like, you just changed my world. Like, is my mom
dead? It's like a bomb and boom. Like, and it's just like, oh, mom, this, I don't like you, mom, or F you, mom.
That's what comes in, mom and him start arguing.
That's what it is. That's the socialization.
Yeah, that's our culture.
That's the socialization. When you go into successful upper-class people's homes and with the way they're dealing with their kids, it's not the same way.
Even though they're successful, when they reach a certain age, it's like, hey, you need to get your driver's license.
They already groom their children for the work.
But that's the difference. That's the difference. Is embedded in their culture.
Mm-hmm.
No. Hold on. Hold on. What you're trying to say right now is that's nature versus nurture. You know that, right?
No, that's not.
And you and I both know that's taught behavior.
Yes.
They're not born with it. That's behavior they're being taught.
Culture is taught. Culture
is taught. Yes, like religion.
Embedded in the culture. So when your kid is your parent making sure that you're running a business in the summertime on the front lawn, selling things,
lemonade.
Right?
Like, remember that whole lemonade?
Are you doing that?
Look, that's what I'm saying. You have lemonade stands. Right? Some kids are helping their parents at the garage sale. You go to the flea market, a lady's working, little kid.
Yeah.
He's just there trying to get the feeling for the work.
Grooming. Those are people who already have it to groom.
And we don't do that in our culture.
Our culture is like they come here. I'm not just saying everybody. I'm just saying when they come here, like, they're gonna say, oh, me too old for work now. Like, me too old for go to school. No? What me have on for? Go on a school. But they don't tell you to go to work because they're collecting your baby bonus. And if you're making a certain amount of income, they no longer will get for you the amount that they would get for you. So this is what I've learned over the years.
Is this the baby bonus thing? Is this the baby bonus?
Yo, baby bonus is a lifesaver. I'm not even gonna lie. That's needed. But it's needed. It's needed, but we also need to send our kids to work earlier.
I think we need to have our youth develop the entrepreneurial understanding.
Yes.
The skills that you need to be an entrepreneur, you should have that when you're going into the workforce.
As our culture, we already have the drive. We already are born hustlers. Exactly. We're already selling chocolates. We're already trying
some of us don't
use newspapers.
We don't see the value. Even me, I didn't see the value of learning these certain skills until old, but it's also the way it's presented.
Yeah.
We go to school, we get this segmented education, and we as black people, especially like African descendants, we learn in a holistic way. We
learn in a different way how to make money, or because it's our culture, it's what we see. Like I said, it's your environment, right? There's some people whose parents is like, bro, I gotta go to work. When I was 16 years old, I have a friend, Samantha Walker, big up yourself, who made the book. I think the book was called Who I Am. She just was on the radio and she was just explaining about she doesn't want her child to feel like her child is less educated or intelligent to do something. And that hit me because growing up, I thought I wasn't as smart as a certain individual or a certain type of person. So I didn't want to do much. But like when we used to buy lunch and she was checking her bank card, like, you know, calling, I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm calling my bank to see if I can buy pizza or whatever the case may be. I'm like, a bank? I didn't even know about a bank. I didn't even know about bank cards at that age. I'm 16 years old. I'm 16 years old.
Yeah.
And I don't know about TD Canada Trust.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That was a problem, and I made sure that very day I went to go get me a bank card. Even though I didn't work, I didn't have a job, but I wanted that security. I wanted to have that card. Like I just wanted to have something that somebody in society has, and that was at 16 years old. Right. And she was black parented. Her dad worked transit. I wasn't sure what her mom did, but she was a very inspiring friend to me. Nice. And then I had another friend named Mary, who we don't talk that much, but she always worked. She was like from the Ethiopian descendant, and she always worked. She was always working. I'm just like, you're like 16. Why are you always going to work? But I didn't know that her parents were living all together in a basement apartment, and it was just inspiring because my mom, she was a go-getter. She was a hustler. If everybody knows my mom, they know that we never lived in housing. She had too much kids for us to live in housing. So what we did, we lived in houses. We rented houses. So we lived in these big houses, but we struggled as every individual, but my mom made it look so easy to us and she hid every obstacle there was in this world and made it look very easy. And that was my only default, because I see my mom did it so easy. I'm like, my mom could do it, I could do it too. And I went out in the world at 17, I finished high school, because that's why I left, because my sisters were having babies after babies. And I'm like, I'm not waking up in the middle of the night no more. I'm not doing this. So I left home to finish high school, and I rented a room on Cook Road, and I went to C.W. Jeffries, and I finished half a semester. I finished school, and I was the first out of 7 children to finish school.
Big yourself up.
I was the first. I'm a middle child, so I'm the 4th out of 7. So I always wanted my little sisters to look up and say, yeah, somebody finished school in our family. And I wanted to be that one to be like, yo, I'm finishing school. I was an IEP student. So I had challenges and disabilities that a lot of people don't know. And I finished school. I got it done. I pushed through because I really wanted that diploma, and that was my highest goal in life. I didn't see anything other than finishing school for me, because that was just an ultimate goal. My dad always preached, "Oh, I must finish school, because they never finished school.
That is the only, I think, out of anything I did in my life, that's the one thing I look back and say, oh, thank God I got that stuff.
Right? That was my high.
That
was my high. And then a lot of my people say, okay, yeah, you finished school, but you never did nothing with it.
No, but I have a question. For you.
Sure.
So, like, what were your hopes and dreams then, and have they changed, and what are they now?
Honestly, my hope and dream back then was...
Like your goals for yourself.
My goals was not to get pregnant. That was number 1.
Wow.
Before I finished high school.
Abstinence.
Before I finished high school, that was 2. And honestly, those were my only goals in life at that time. Wow. At that time, my goals were not to get pregnant and to finish high school, and I accomplished those.
Those are 2 strong goals, though. Even though you say they're only 2. The reason I say those are strong goals are because those are goals that 10 years later, those goals still matter.
Yo, honestly.
That's why. Like, it's not like you made a decision, should I go to the convenience store or not? You know, like, it's not a decision. It's you made good decisions that are gonna go on with you in life.
Growing up on the Jane Street, there was a lot of good-looking boys. There was a lot of things going on.
Jane and Finch has the most. I just say people outside.
There was a lot of parties going on in my day. I'm a '90s baby, so like that was the time when 2009, 2008. Those were like the times, guys. And I couldn't go to the parties because my mom made sure I couldn't go to those parties. And I dreaded rated, so I could go to the parties. But that gave me a sense of who I am. Big up Roach, Brandon Roach. He's a great mentor. He was a great person to be around.
Big up yourself, Roach.
Big up yourself, Roach.
Roach. I get good report card.
No, honestly.
Good report
Yeah,
card.
Trust me. I get
Roach is supposed to be pulling up next week. He burned me last time, though. You know, he burned me last time.
No,
See,
Roach is a good mentor, and when I was in rated PG, like he always said, like, you know, I was a good kid.
Yeah,
I always went to
remember.
school. After practice was done, I went straight home on the bus, like, you know, slapping every man before I got off the bus. Like, I was good. Like, you know, we had so much fun, so I didn't have to engage into certain activities that a lot of girls do now.
Cause I remember my first time meeting her.
We used to play ping pong in
the center. My first time meeting her. This is when we were kids.
We used to slap him.
I'm talking about. These are years like these are years. We're going into donkey years now, but just when you see a girl in the hood and she's focused and she's not like, when I say every guy's just getting their eye, like she actually seems like she has a focus or an idea of what she's trying to do. I find those are the ones that make it far. It's the ones that kind of don't know what they're doing. That's what something ends up happening because they're not sure. They're not decisive. They don't know if they're here to do this. They don't know if they're here to do that. They don't know.
Well, there's a couple sayings that are like monumental for that. There's, if you don't stand for something, you fall for everything.
No, do something before something do you.
or the devil has work for idle hands. Mm-hmm. Right?
And I find that's what it is. As long as you're productive and busy.
I'm gonna say this out there right now. Like, I wasn't the greatest child. Like, I did what I had to do to pay my rent, to make sure I was outside of my home, and to make sure I finished school. But the ultimate goal is that I did it and I finished, and that was like the greatest accomplishment. And Roach was a prime. What word do you want to call it?
Prime example, mentor.
Prime example, mentor.
Yeah.
Because he was so focused on what he was doing and what he wanted to do with the kids, like keep them off the street, and he did that to his best abilities. And he saved my life, to be honest. Because if I wasn't in that rated group, I would probably be on road, like probably have like, you know, some. I'm not gonna say it because that's just the world of
B Roach music.
I'm not gonna say it, but I'll probably be like, you know, some bougie, tacky, like, you know, some of these girls today. But I'm not. You know, I'm me today, and I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful for having great friends.
Yeah.
And
great mentors.
And a great mentor.
Big up yourself, B
Yeah,
Roach.
big up yourself, B Roach.
Go around here in the streets.
Big up yourself.
And drop music and things.
Right? Yeah, go check out his music. It's pretty good.
Go on.
That's what I say. I truly say, I was real happy when you came in, because it's just when you want to have strong, impactful women speak about like what they've been through. Because I always tell people, growing up was crazy. Growing up now is a cakewalk. You have the internet. I don't even think
just
people.
Google it.
I don't think people even grow up no more. You could live your whole world in your like. Give a man a
whole life.
Yeah, your whole life just growing up.
Not even life.
Growing up, there was no internet, so it's just your name, your reputation. Who are you?
Right.
What kind of person are you? Are you a good person? Are you a bad person? How do you treat people? How do you treat your friends? And that's what I was saying. People had what I was saying earlier, their resume of a good character and a good person, like how she will speak on Roach, and we'll be like, that's a very good brother, and that's what you want. That's what gets you the respect and notoriety. Because notoriety is when people know you and know your work.
Exactly.
And I find that's what, for a lot of people, especially in the social media time, you can't have followers when no one likes you.
You can't have, and a lot of people are clout chasers, so even if they like you, they're not even gonna like you.
Yeah.
You know, because they don't want you to be like, okay, I like this picture, and she only has like 12 likes.
And that's why I say in the time we're in versus the time we grew up in, it's a totally different time, man.
It is a totally different time, and I'm not afraid to talk now because I am who I am, and nobody can beat me. So I just know that.
No boy can't change.
I just know I big up my chest because. Yo, I came far. I've been through a lot.
If you look back and you see you come from 2 towns over, be proud that you made it here. Be like, God damn, I made it far.
Look, I'm on a interview, right? And all these fake accessories are just dropping off of me because it's just like I don't even wear these things.
They pretty
So
though.
it go. So it go. Glamorism is all glamorism. But what you're drawing on and what you're touching on is this idea of, you know, living a lifestyle that is okay, so not even living. I'm talking about judging lifestyles.
Portraying.
And your own lifestyle now. So you're going to rate somebody who came from, you know, a certain type of home, certain type of lifestyle, and then put that person up against, you know, you're like, oh, you're a waste person because you're not at this level and you're 32, right? And then there's somebody else who started off with more. They started off with more skills. They started off with more support. You know what I'm saying?
But I think about it as someone has a car, someone has a bike, someone's walking.
Yeah.
They're all kind of they're not at the same place, but they're kind of all at the same place. You can't make fun of the guy that is walking, that he's close to the guy with the car, but you don't know that.
Exactly.
You don't know.
You don't know that he came here off his two legs. Exactly. You assume he has something outside.
Exactly.
And that's why I keep telling people, we have no idea what challenges people may be facing for us to pass judgment on others. It's not possible.
Yep.
You have no idea. So I think when she'll come in here and open up and express what she's expressing is so it's real. It's key.
It's real.
That's
it's
why before we go, I want to ask you, what do you want to do? What are you doing? Put it out there. What do you want to do so that somebody out here can be like, hey, I'm looking for somebody who wants to do that. What do you want to do with yourself right now?
Honestly, I love people. I'm a people person. Like I said, I just got a job interview at Aritzia, so I love retail. I love clothes. I consider myself as a personal stylist, so I like to help people enhance their image. And some people can't really say that they, like, I would pick up a homeless and try to change their life only by the physical form, because some people say that doesn't matter, but that does matter a lot.
You gotta dress for success.
You have to dress
look the part.
for success.
But looking a certain way can make you feel. And confidence is
and you're going to start acting a certain way.
And then you act a certain way, because that's what, when people start making money, they look different. No, same person who makes money looks the same.
They did a study. They put
They don't look the same.
They put a whole bunch of kids in fresh white shirts and then gave them cheeseburgers. And you should have seen how all of them were so carefully trying to make none of it spill, because they're like, frick, this is a fresh white shirt. So that just shows you self-consciously, when you're dressed a certain way, you act a certain way.
And then I go by a model called Change for Change. And this is something that I try to get out for a long time. And I feel like this is a good time to announce it. If anybody does know or have any connects with the government or with funding, they can like shout me, or they can like message me on at The Real Hawisha. Because I feel like when I get dressed, like I don't look like this every day. But when I get dressed, I feel like
$1 million.
$1 million. I feel like I could conquer the world.
You look like $1 million.
Nobody's gonna hire somebody with shaggy hair or dirty clothes. Nobody's gonna do that.
There's a big,
nobody's gonna do that.
market for what you're saying.
Nobody's gonna do that.
There's a lot of guys that want to rap, and they're rappers, but be honest, they don't have the fashion sense.
They don't have the swag.
I'll tell a lot of guys.
It's true,
though. I think in general, most guys don't know how to dress.
It's very true.
I tell in general, I think most women could dress a guy easily.
If
you want to get compliments,
guys care?
Well, that's the thing.
No,
guys
but you
don't
need
care.
to care. But
guys don't care.
But the thing is, you think the president is gonna come out in his tracksuit?
No, but
You would love
president,
to.
listen,
You would
stop.
love
The president only got to pick from suits. He don't got to worry about.
Who you telling
jogging
that
pants
to?
and-
Tell that to
you know what I'm
Justin
saying?
Trudeau.
Or he got people.
Justin Trudeau came out in his jeans
got his people.
and his t-shirt.
I hear you.
But you know, but
somebody
that just
found
shows
him,
his worth.
That's what I'm saying. A stylist is a good position
you need
right now.
You need a
And
stylist,
a
or
stylist-
not even just a style. You a consultant. Show somebody
Show your
what you
outfit.
like, and then they will try to make an
There's nothing wrong with
ensemble.
that.
for
So now you can consult people like before they go on an interview.
Yes.
And then they can send you an e-transfer and you'll give
Yes,
them a little.
and then I'll take a picture of whatever it is that I say will look nice or what would look fit for the event.
Yeah.
And then, like, I've dressed my sister, Khadijah Buchanan, for the ESPYs Awards.
Nice, nice, nice.
She was
Hold
not-
on, just say that again. You
That's
dressed her
resume
for
right
what? What you dressed her for?
The ESPYs Awards.
Yeah.
As
resume
long
right
as you heard, all right, that's it.
Right there.
The red carpet. That's the red carpet.
The red carpet's really red.
And
So they were like, "Who are you wearing today?"
And she was honestly wearing. She wore a Calvin Klein, Calvin Klein 2-piece with.
Hold on. I got a question. First of all, we got a shout out. Shout out Simona. It doesn't matter how long it takes to get to your destination, as long as you get there and enjoy the process. Get it, Queen.
Thank you.
And then Jesse Brown.
That's very true.
Jesse Brown always comes with the controversy. He says, "Can J. Cole or Drake dress?"
Drake.
Yo, I can't. Y'all put me in trouble with this shit, yo.
No, but honestly, Drake. Somebody tell Drake to holla at me, seriously, because he got the brands, but like a lot of people got the brands. Like I'm not gonna lie, but who knows what it is when it looks like.
Yo, he
When it looks like,
dresses like the
not
average
so nice.
bachelor. You know, when you're just a man.
He
You just in your
dresses like
house,
a real
and
Toronto-
no woman has looked at you and said, "Yo, brother, change that top." You know, like this looks good to me.
I think he's like a nice mama's boy. So you know, mama's boys don't really care what they put on. From they're making the income, they're like, "Hey, shoot, pass me those shoes, pass me that shirt, let me put it on, let me go on stage, I'm done." But at the end of the day, you have a business. You should be wearing OVO from head to toe. And if you have,
were we just talking about this?
you should be wearing OVO from head to toe. If you
people
got
who
shoes,
were not-
they should be saying OVO. If you got Nikes, they should be saying
Right?
OVO. If you got
Why
Jordans,
why
they
would
should
he
be
be wearing
saying
Gucci,
OVO.
right? Why are you validating these
He's
companies?
starting a lot
If
of
you
a lot
got
of brands.
if you got Gucci, let Gucci put some OVO on it. Throw sprinkle some Toronto on it. You know what I'm
You know,
saying?
Gucci
Bring
Toronto.
your brand to where you want it to be, because at the end of the day, Drake is a platform for every Toronto artist
Yes, he is.
Hold
in
on,
the
hold
city.
Most men don't want to take fashion advice from us women. It's a consistent struggle in my house. Men like to wear what they are comfortable in.
Okay,
No,
comfortability.
see,
Wait, comfortability is my thing.
Hold on. You go, but my thing is, dressing comfortably is every man's dream. Sweatpants, hoodie, dressing comfortable, of course. But we dress, I say most men, I would hope, because there's only two species on earth, men and women.
Yeah.
As a man, you dress for women. That's just being honest. As a man, you dress for women.
True.
Straight up.
But shout out to Nike, because now Nike's trying to make that transaction into comfortability and men's.
I hate jeans.
and men's wear.
Jeans is a bad. If I wear jeans, it's a bad day. Jeans is restricting. It's like holy smokes.
If you're a man or like a high platform like Drake, you're always on the go, so you want to be comfortable.
Comfortable,
you
yes,
know.
yes.
So you want to make your brand comfortable for the businessman.
That's why a lot of the OVOs are hoodies and sweatshirts. A lot of the OVO stuff is just a hoodie, a sweatshirt, and then that's it.
And
that's also basic business.
but it's not for that is not. You can't walk into a meeting with a hoodie on. Period.
True.
Any man.
Hey, I'll tell you right now,
into
sometime in the 90s, you could have walked into a business meeting. Jay-Z and those guys in the 90s, independent record labels, they changed a little bit of the culture for a while. But he started dressing in suits again because
you want to put that respect on your name. You don't. You never know who's gonna walk into that door at your business meeting. You know what I'm trying to say? You want to be like.
Unfortunately, it is the society we are in right now, so we have to do it, right?
I would love to go to work in just a track pants and hoodies. Girls would love to just wear their full dresses with a full panty, but it's not gonna work.
Right?
If I go out with a full panty and a bodycon and you just see my panty line, you're just gonna be like,
What do the
what?
Palm girls have?
Like, you know, we have big issues. So
We don't have none of that problem with boxers.
is very important.
Yeah.
How we look is very important.
But
Like,
as tight as the pants are getting these days, you're about to have that problem.
Same with
no, you have those boxes
Oh, no.
where you don't see
Don't
them.
worry.
And that's the whole thing. When we're dressing
For
for
the next
women,
episode, we'll touch on Fashion Nova
Yeah,
men. Don't
yeah,
worry. I
yeah.
have some Fashion Nova men gear I'm gonna bring for you, Rock. Don't worry.
No, okay.
shout out all the people that
I want
came
to touch
through.
on that subject too, cause fashion. Why is it bad that girls can't shop at
Oh,
the
it's
thrift
so
shop
crap, bro.
and
It's
Valley
too-
Village, but they can shop at Fashion Nova and it's okay?
No, that's an argument for a. Oh man, that's a different argument. Fashion Nova, Value Village. Are they that different?
Oh, Simona said not just men, women too. We love being comfortable, but some men don't think baggy is sexy. They like the tight up
Right?
on the females. I'm not feeling like 1,000. I'm feeling like 745.
Pop.
But I'm comfortable.
Right? That's
Yo,
me.
as long as you
I'm not going to the
comfortable.
store and buying Gucci, but I'll go to the thrift shop and look and find myself that something's gonna make me feel or look like Gucci. And you can't tell me that it's not Gucci.
And the worst part is
because the when I put it together, I'ma
when
feel
you
like
wearing
I'm
all
in
that damn Gucci or all that Fendi, all that Prada, and don't look good.
And it don't look good.
I feel like I want to fight you. When I
Right?
see that,
I wanna
I just want
punch
to walk
you.
up to you and say, "You don't wear it like that, nigga. You don't cross brands like this, like, idiot."
It's so
like,
true.
I just get upset. Like you see a man
It's
wearing
very-
Gucci, Louis, Prada,
And a Burberry.
Burberry dog. It's like, bro, listen, bro. Stop clowning yourself.
It's so true.
Well, it's 2 o'clock now, man. Hey, thank
Yeah,
you
we
for
gotta
coming
go,
through,
man.
man. Like,
We
you
gotta
coming
go.
through.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you
It was
so
a
much
pleasure.
for coming through, man.
It was a pleasure.
I gotta go hit up a screening down at Daniel Spectrum.
Daniel Spectrum?
Yeah, shout out all my people down doing the arts community, man. Shout out Amanda Parrish pushing that black visuals all over CBC. You know what I'm saying? Shout out all my peoples doing real big things out there. We're gonna be back next Wednesday. Yo, actually, we're gonna be doing it Mondays and Wednesdays. What's poppin' Mondays? What's poppin' Wednesdays? What's poppin'? That's what the show
What's
is.
poppin', guys?
You know what I'm saying? Later, y'all. Hey, Devin, you done know? Yo, you're coming on the show. We gotta get Devin Cardi on the show. You know what I'm saying? He's doing wonderful, marvelous things. You know what I'm saying? Just Brown still trying to mix up and make controversy upon the little thing. You know what I'm saying? Why does the black woman fear white bitches? Listen,
What?
man, Nabi, we answered that one. It's the end of the show. Thank you.
Right?
Next Monday, 12-ish. You know?
Wow.